Oh, sure. I've been trying to take pictures of birds outside in the trees outside my window, and they just keep flying away, and now as soon as I hit record, like 8 of them land. I just know if I were to pick up the camera, they'd fly away again. Stupid birds. Well, hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Mission Zero. If this is your first time here, my name is Shawn, and this is Vlogmas, episode 7. So we've been doing this about a week now. The truth of the matter is that I was up really late last night posting yesterday's Vlogmas and yesterday's Thankful Thursday, so I am not braining so good right now. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to talk about today, but the agenda for the day, I need to record, edit, and release Flashback Friday, and I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I'm hoping I can get outside. It's a little rainy still today, but I'm hoping I can get outside and make it a little more interesting than the rest of the videos have been this week. I'm gonna get back to work, and when I come back, I think I'll know what we're going to talk about. Sorry, I just really hated the Blair Witch Project. Anyway, so I think that I know what I want to talk about today, and it is out of the book of John, and it is John 14:4, I believe, in which Jesus is having a conversation with Thomas, doubting Thomas. He's telling Thomas that he's going to heaven. This is where he says, I'm going to prepare a place for you, and he says in 14:4, and you know where I'm going, and you know the way to get there. So, what exactly does he mean by that? I'm gonna go get some lunch, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. Oh, hey. So, I guess we'll do a little bit, getting some OJ. I guess we'll do a little bit of coverage during lunch, too. So, the thing about what Jesus said here is the word he used, the word way, is actually the Hebrew word hadas. The word hadas... I gotta close the fridge. And so, what hadas means is the manner of conveyance. But that sort of sticky language, what does it really mean? What it really means is it's not the way to Grandma's house, it's the way to think about how to plan the route to Grandma's house. But, well then, okay, fine. What is Jesus trying to say here, and what does that matter to Thomas? What he's saying when he tells Thomas, you know the way, is you've seen in my behavior what it is you should do and how it is you should relate to the world and to people. And those two things are so critical. Because how did he approach people? Openly, with grace, and with an eye towards their concerns, not his. He went asking questions, not making accusations. But there's also how he related to the world. Jesus complained. I know a lot of people act like Jesus felt like he didn't have any problems because he knew the future and he knew where he was going. He complained a lot. You know, he would complain, Father, take this cup of suffering from me. But it wasn't murmuring. He didn't focus on it. He didn't keep going on it until God capitulated. No, it was, let me state that this isn't a thing I want to deal with. Let me state that this kind of sucks and I wish I wasn't going through it. And then let it go. And we so need to look to that and to emulate that, because man, do we just instantly fall underwater at the troubles in our lives and think that every challenge that we come against, every friction, every resistance is a sign that we just suck and we're not supposed to be here and we're going to spend our lives in misery. But that's just not true. And so there's my exhortation for us today before I go take the next 20 minutes to film what may take more than 20 minutes, is emulate Jesus in these two ways. In the way that you relate to people, approach people openly, and with an eye to listening and not telling. And approach the world with positivity and exuberance, that every resistance is not to knock you down. It's to make you stronger, to help you grow. And just take that and use it to be even youier. And may God pour out the blessings of temperance and joy in us this week as we try to emulate Jesus just a little bit more. And I love you so much. Peace out.